Hello everyone! Today, I'll be introducing the abilities of our last new 4th anniversary character, Ultra Super Vegito. But first, I need to stress that this is all still in development and the following content is subject to change, so make sure you check out the full details via the in-game news after the character is released. So, let's start with the basic info. Super Vegito will be a yellow element defense type character. The tags will be Saiyan, Super Saiyan, Fusion Warrior, and Potara. Lastly, the episode will be Majin Buu Saga from Dragon Ball Z. Now for Super Vegito's Z ability. At Z ability 3, tag Fusion Warrior will get a boost to Strike Arts damage inflicted, and tag Fusion Warrior or tag Saiyan will get a boost to base strike and blast defense during battle. This character will be indispensable for Fusion Warrior parties. Let's take a look at Super Vegito in action. First is the Strike Arts. This Super Vegito comes with 2 Strike Arts cards, and they both have an effect that increases the enemy's damage received. By increasing the enemy's damage received, you can dish out even greater damage than before. This effect is linked directly to the Arts card, which means that using it with characters other than Super Vegito will also increase the enemy's damage received. Next, the Blast Arts. Super Vegito's Blast Arts will deal impact damage. Let's talk Special Move Arts. Super Vegito's has Blast Armor, so the attack will not be interrupted by the enemy's Blast Arts. Also, when the Special Move Arts activates, it will restore Ki. But that's not all. If you have 3 or fewer cards, then you will draw up to 4 cards on hit. You're able to refill your hand while also restoring Ki, so you can also think of this Special Move Arts as an opportunity to go on the offensive. Use it well and you'll never have to let up. Now, let's take a look at the Special Arts. Ultra Super Vegito's Special Arts fires off a Ki Blast. It will restore Ki on activation, and it will also nullify Super Vegito's unfavorable element factors. On hit, it will draw a Blast Arts next, boost damage inflicted, and even reduce the costs of all Arts cards. Moreover, this Special Arts can be comboed with Strike Arts, Blast Arts, Special Arts, Special Move Arts, and Ultimate Arts. You'll definitely want to start a devastating combo after this Special Arts hits. This is the Ultimate Arts. It deals slice damage and it has Blast Armor just like the Special Move Arts. When activated, this Arts will increase Ultimate Arts damage inflicted. It will also nullify the enemy's Restores Health when it reaches 0 endurance effects. Additionally, if one battle member is defeated, then Super Vegito's unfavorable element factors will be nullified. This is a powerful Ultimate Arts that can really turn the tide of battle in a pinch. Super Vegito's main ability. It lets you draw an Ultimate Arts card and recovers Ki and health. Plus, it applies an attribute upgrade that reduces the enemy's sustained damage cut effects. It also restores your Vanishing Gauge by 100% and applies the slice damage received up attribute downgrade to all enemies. You'll definitely want to use the Ultimate Arts while the enemy's defenses are lowered in order to max out its damage. Now for the first unique ability. When the battle starts, Super Vegito will get a boost to damage inflicted and a reduction to damage received. These boosts cannot be cancelled. When Super Vegito enters the battlefield, you will get a further boost to damage inflicted and cut to damage received. It's a simple but powerful ability that boosts your offense and defense when you enter the battlefield. Whenever you use a Strike or Blast Arts card, this character will recover Ki, get a boost to Arts card draw speed, and increase the damage received for all enemies. Being able to reduce enemy defenses in so many different ways is Super Vegito's trademark. That's not all though. Super Vegito also has an endurance effect that will restore health once it reaches 0. Since it's so easy to string together combos with Ultra Super Vegito, the fact that you get boosts by using Strike and Blast Darts means that this unique ability has incredible power and synergy. This second unique ability that I'm about to explain to you is what really makes Ultra Super Vegito unique. It starts with a special cover change against enemy strike arts that knocks them back to long range. But after that cover change, you can follow up with a special move arts or even a special arts. As we discussed earlier, hitting with the special arts allows you to combo into other arts, like strike arts, blast arts, and special move arts. So, this special cover change allows you to instantly turn the battle on its head. This character also has a unique gauge. Not unlike Ultra Instinct Goku, it's the type of unique gauge that starts full and slowly reduces over time. But the one word to describe Super Vegito's unique gauge is counter. When the unique gauge is at a certain level, if the enemy uses a tap shot or blast arts while Super Vegito is charging forward using a strike arts, the entire gauge will be spent to counter the enemy and deal damage. What's more, activating the counter will recover your ki, increase strike arts damage inflicted, and nullify your opponent's special cover change abilities. This powerful unique gauge lets you use strike arts without fear of enemy blast arts, so it's sure to cause quite a bit of trouble for your opponent. This unique gauge will also be restored every time your opponent uses a strike or blast arts when Super Vegito is on the field. Also, another one of Super Vegito's unique abilities will restore health, charge the unique gauge, and shorten allies' substitution counts by 1 count after an enemy attack is over. So, even if the enemy attacks you, you can restore some health, which allows you to use Super Vegito proactively to help your other characters in a pinch. Finally, let's talk about the Ultra ability. Super Vegito will get uncancelable buffs to damage inflicted and ki recovery at the start of battle when set as the leader. If this character is not set as the leader, then at the start of battle, for each tag, Fusion Warrior, battle, or support member, Super Vegito will get a 5% boost to damage inflicted and ki recovery. Of course, these will also be uncancelable, and up to 3 battle members and 3 support members will be counted, for a total of 6 maximum. This powerful ability will be absolutely essential for Fusion Warrior parties. Ultra Vegito is really designed for the comeback, with the ability to combo from a special cover change and nullify unfavorable element factors with the ultimate arts if a battle member is defeated. Super Vegito also has powerful new abilities, such as being able to spend the unique gauge to counter the enemy's tap shots and blast arts when using strike arts. You just cannot miss this ultra rarity Super Vegito.